Let's rub our palms. Come into the center. Press the palms together, bring them to your heart. Close your eyes, slow down. Tune into your breath, flowing in and out through your nose. Soften, relax. Soften your heart with gratitude and love. Light, connecting to the light. In your mind's eye, seeing the most beautiful sunrise, the golden light, the warmth, the beauty, the harmony, the order. Let's take that energy into the body with our breath. As you inhale, draw the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center, allow it to expand, see it and feel it. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown of your head like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center, allow it to expand, radiate, and glow. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the sun one more time into the heart center. Suspend the breath, see and feel the light growing within you through your whole being. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown like a fountain. Inhaling, hold the breath one more time. Hold it, rub the palms. Inhale a little more. Get some more heat and light, and then cup the palms over your eyes as you exhale. Inhale. And exhale, float the palms down, flutter the eyes open into your space. Okay, good. Here we go. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm still blissed out from my weekend of just being with an advanced group of Dr. Joe's students who have now become friends because they're in this area, and we try to get together for different events, not necessarily often, but this weekend was 2 days, and it was just really beautiful. Good reminders, good reset. I'm still in that state of being bliss in all aspects of my life. Chill, relax. Again, it just helps to, like Dr. Joe always says, detach from your regular way of being or your habitual, places you visit, people you talk to, things you do, get the coffee here, talk to this person there, go to the job this way. It's not saying that every day you can change around your routine. It's just realizing that sometimes when we take a pause and get out of the routine, but for a positive thing, for a reset or a recharge for the day, leave your phone at home for the day, or something different. It does do something. It just helps reset you in a way, because again, when you're on the automatic program, which most of us are, because again, this thing seems like it's same, like we don't change, like it's always the same every day, every moment. And that's really weird, because it's actually not like that at all. It's a choice, it's a decision, it's a memory, or the consciousness, your consciousness of your life, of the people, of your job, of your food, of your whatever, that is you bringing it into being to be the same. So you can choose something different, but we forget. And then it gets into the automatic program and you're off, you forget. So everyone, we could all use a nice reset, recharge. Nature, is always the best. Being in nature and listening to the nature, listening to the wind, listening to the birds, the different little sounds that you will catch, the little animal sounds or whatever you'll hear, and you will see that everything is working in harmony. And I've said this so many times, your system is working in harmony. This is a symbiotic relationship that is going on here. And it's only our false beliefs, our distortions of the truth that get in the way of that harmony. And so the more you can remind yourself and get into the flow of rhythm, of order, of the things that we do here, talk about here. But even if you don't do breath, which why wouldn't you do some breath? You should do some breath. It's light, it's your movement of life and information and energy, and it just feels so good and it works really quickly and it's really easy and accessible and actually free. So putting your breath on a rhythm is a good thing to do. I don't really see any excuses there. Like I wouldn't really accept any excuses there for that. Every single day, some kind of conscious breath in some kind of way is very important. And so some reminders or review, if you're feeling if we ever need to get back on track, because again, it is, like I've said, so many programs or so much programming, so much conditioning, so much, I don't want to say it like laziness, because it's not necessarily laziness as a choice to be lazy, or I'm making it so that you should feel guilty or blame or anything like that, but it just gets it's complacent, or we might say we're tired, or it's a lot of work or whatever, because it's different. Because it's different. Because it is some work, it is some work. But I would say, again, it's better to just dedicate and do the work all the time, like as it goes, because the more we know and still are complacent, or the more we know and then fall back into the programming, it doesn't feel good. I mean, you do it a few times and then you're like, okay, yeah, no, I can't really do that, because then it's even more work. And then you're even now throwing in a program or a story about, getting mad at yourself, yeah, I know it happens. And yes, and then we get mad at ourselves, like we start saying like, I know better or whatever. And it's okay. Like this is the process. Like I've said so many times, you go through these little processes, and you have to remember that you have so many, so much awareness and wisdom and teaching and techniques or tools or whatever we want to say. There's so much stuff that we can do, and it's just about a decision. Like, okay, that's enough of that, or let me check in how I feel. Not so good, or I'm starting to get anxious, or I'm starting to feel fearful, or I'm starting to pick up on the, maybe you don't even know it's the collective. Like there's a collective force that we've been participating in, and sometimes very, very unconscious ways. We just sort of think it's the world, and we accept it and we go along with it. And I know I repeat this a lot, but it's because we need to hear it and remember. We need to remember that this is just some program that I have showed up into, or I decided to try out, or this is the game here. Like, I don't know those answers, I'm just like, it's weird, but here we are and we're doing it. And again, like I have said, and I do know, and I've been feeling it even more, this repeating cycles, like just this world is set on these programs, these patterns that have been kept in place for whatever reason. The reason that I say is to wake us up, like for me to be aware it's so bad and it feels so bad that I don't want to do that. So I have to do something else. I have to do something else. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to participate there. I don't want to get all bent out of shape and angry or, anymore. None of that. I just want to be like, oh, right. This is the repeating track record, this that goes over and over again and just ratchets up the, I don't know the word, like it like turns up the intensity as it goes around. Like, we didn't heal that up or whatever. So here it comes again, like even crazier, it's like, uh-oh, we're going to participate in that again. Oh, well, I guess some are. It's okay. I'm not. That's our decision. That's what I'm saying. You're here to evolve yourself. You're here to transcend the conditions. You don't use logic. You don't use reason. You don't have to know facts. You don't have to have any of that. We get involved with it because it seems like very, we have to pay attention and we have to be involved and it's almost even sometimes like you have to look like you care, like, you should care, you should look like you care, and then we feel like, well, maybe somebody will judge me or whatever. And remember, like if you start to, you're starting to learn, we're starting to pay attention to say, that's all me. That's all me. This is all anyone's going to remember, condemn me. That's me condemning myself. This is my concept of myself. Let me just get even more inward. Let me decide even more what feels good to me. Like I've been saying, you get what you are looking for. You get what you believe. You get what you've been conditioned to. And since consciousness is the only reality, if you're not aware, somebody is programming the consciousness. Then you're at the whim of whatever program, instead of becoming aware and then deciding for yourself. And I've been saying it, and I want to say it again, relax. Relax. Just relax. It's okay. Like everything is okay. I know it doesn't look okay. I know it doesn't seem okay. But if you know who you are, and if you know that you are the consciousness, that you are the inner being, and that this outer being, this outer world, if those are the ways that we can understand it or put it, is the extension, is the reflection, is the, the whatever you want to call it, the shadow, the after. If this is the after, I got to go to the before. This is the effect. I got to go to the cause. I'm going to keep on saying it because it's really easy to get lost in the world of effects. It's really easy to get lost in the shadow world, in the material world. And it's not that this is better or worse or higher or lower or anything like that. Yes, it is the higher world in a way, because that's the only reality. So meaning like this exists, but it only exists because of that, because of the consciousness. So, if we really could keep programming ourselves this way, we would stop freaking out so much. That's why I've been saying the crazier it gets, the calmer you have to get, because you have to remind yourself you can't get sucked into that. And then what's also happening, which you may have noticed, is maybe you're aware enough to not get sucked into whatever's going on, or to, be so emotional or freaked out about it anymore. However, it's again still programmed in us, still affecting our subconscious mind, still incongruent. It doesn't add up. It feels weird. We know something weird is going on. We don't know what, right? So even though you're not, so then what happens, right? So then what happens is we look for ways to distract ourselves. And not always the best ways, or it's not that it's bad. It's not that it's bad. It's just that it's more programming and not your programming, and not like, so what I'm saying is, if you need ways to distract yourself, you distract yourself with the truth. That's not a distraction. That's like you fill yourself up. What do I always say? Fill yourself up with the truth. I know it seems like people will say like, I just want to stop thinking about it. I just want to like, I don't want to do the work. I can't listen to another lecture. I can't, whatever. Okay, I understand that. But what I will suggest is the best choice is not to then watch a movie that's like, whatever, more programming or a series or whatever, right? It's okay, but I'm just saying it's like that fast food. It doesn't really fill you up. And then it doesn't really, you still are there with the same stuff, because that stuff is coming from that same consciousness, most of it. Some, like I've said, documentaries or different, if it inspires you, and like, there's not this all bad. I'm just saying that most of the stuff that is just, there's just a lot of like weird stuff in there that gets in our subconscious mind, continues the programming, all of that stuff. So I'm saying, if you need to distract yourself, or like not, it's too much like to listen to the truth all the time. But it gets better if you just make yourself, if you just say, well, I'm just going to put it on and, it will be in the background or whatever. It's doing something to you. That's your ego trying to fight the change. That's the scared part, not wanting to change, because maybe then I am responsible. Maybe then it is something in my concept of myself. Maybe I have to change something about myself. Maybe, it's that part that's trying to hide or stay safe or whatever. Like, let's just fake her out over here and we'll keep her distracted with this. Like, I don't know. I'm making that up, but I'm just saying that's how it seems to me through my experience. So so then, yeah, it doesn't have to be always something like learning something or a new information. However, just try like something inspiring. It could be frequencies, like I've been saying lately, like different sound, right? There's sound bowls, there's different, you put it on YouTube, any condition, like, reset the pancreas, and somebody's got a frequency on there, a sound for it. But I would suggest that, again, you have to know yourself. You have to trust yourself, because when you put this stuff on, if it doesn't feel right, even if it says it's the best thing ever and ever, and you don't really like it, that's okay. Shut it off. Try another one. There's a lot of them. So you have to find one, obviously, that you like, or things that you like that make you feel good. That's really important right now. Things that make you feel good. And what I'm suggesting is taking this pause from more programming or like fictional stuff or whatever, unless, again, it's some super inspiring thing. But even in some of those, I'm telling you, the messages are weird. So our music and stuff, the words, the energy is just not always the greatest. So that's why I'm suggesting something very, very clean, pure, like simple. You know what I mean? So subtle. Yeah. So subtle, like weird energy, or not even weird. It's just not clear, like not the truth, not clean, not, like what we need right now. What we need right now is just like anything like fresh, something like just super pure, and I don't mean that like in any kind of way other than like the ocean waves, or the sound of the breeze in the leaves, or watching a rabbit run across the lawn and stop and freeze and think you don't see it, like those kind of just like the simplest things, or observing the colors of a bird, or putting in your, like making a list and then delighting yourself with finding different things, or being gifted different things, or coming across different things. Like I'm suggesting, once again, just be very, very mindful and relax, like really, really. I know it sounds counterintuitive because it's a little bit crazy, even more, but I'm saying this is because I don't want to be those people that say it's going to get worse before it gets better. Um, because we can manifest whatever we want. I'm just saying it looks a little it looks a little like that. It looks a little like you know, things again, once again, anything that is not founded in love, wisdom, or truth, which is, most of the stuff around us, most of the systems, um, are just, think about it, like they're just faulty. They're just weird. They were never founded on harmony or love or inclusivity or, abundance for all. It's more like serving only, a little bit. And that's weird. We're not having that anymore. So, however long that takes, whatever that is, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to me. All that matters is that we all who are listening, who know this stuff, who are in this wisdom, like stay relaxed, stay knowing who you are, stay creating, stay knowing you can do whatever you want, because you want to know why? Again, like all possibilities, all possibilities. Why? Because consciousness is the only reality. That's why. So if you can take a pause, like I've said so many times, or just don't participate, just be like, I'm done with that. Like I'm good on that. And you go through your daily life, whatever has to sort of like, the ripples in the pond sort of have to whatever, but stop reacting. Just, I'm done with it. Like, that's it, but not in any kind of emotional way or whatever. It's just a decision. Like, that's it. And so conscious is the only reality. What are you going to experience in conscious? Like, what have you been practicing? What conversations are you having? What, in your inner world, or even with your eyes open, like I've said so many times, and that's a Dr. Joe thing that was confirmed for me because I was already doing it. But then, I'm hearing other people saying it, and like, meaning like it's a game to play with yourself. Like, that's not what I heard, or that's not what I saw, and changing it with your eyes open just because you can. And like not getting disappointed or not putting too much on anything, just like, okay, it still ended up being that or whatever. But you're practicing. You're just getting, again, like I've said, what's that? Flexible, mental flexibility, mental agility, mental and emotional agility and flexibility, to not be too attached to things. Because if you look at it, we're mostly attached to changing something in the material world, like, and it's not generally an effective way. It's more like after the fact, like you're already in, like you're already in the density. What are you doing? Trying to move the pieces around, convince someone, tell someone this, change that, go on a diet, like whatever. I know I used to always use that one. It's just because like that's not where you start. You have to start with the image. You have to start with the image of, I'm in the best shape of my life, or I'm in radiant health. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is, because we're already, you got to think like, if I'm out here already trying to take the action, like, not like it's too late, but what is Dr. Joe calls it? It's matter to matter. You're working matter to matter. You're in Newtonian physics instead of quantum physics, instead of in the, in the instantaneous, in the out of thin air manifestations, in the everything is possible and let's make it magic and wonderful. And like, if all this is like going in whatever kind of way, like this, you just gonna go follow it down, like, and like, oh, cry about it? No, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna get a lot more weird then. I'm gonna I'm gonna practice a lot more crazy crap, like crazy stuff, miracles, magic, yeah, out of thin air manifestations, because it's possible, because it absolutely 100% is possible. So why not? Why not? That's what I'm saying. As this gets more chaotic and crazy, it's like, why would I do that? No, I want to do this. Like, I want to do more of this, more of um, getting into my power, exploring who I am and what this is, and about in my consciousness or in my imagination, it is the only reality. My imagination is creating my reality. So why wouldn't I spend a lot more time there? Um, and like I've said so many times, what anything that's happening, the first thing you turn to is your imagine. The first thing you turn to is you're like, oh shoot, I must believe this somewhere, or this is who I believe I am, or this is how I believe it works. Like always acknowledging, I always acknowledge, like, oh, oops, like I must think that. Like, yeah, I do. I have some story there, or I think that somehow. And then I say, like, well, what would I prefer? What would I rather think? Or what would I want to see happen? And why not? And sometimes those things that I just think like I've said in passing, like, oh, that would be cool. Or it's for somebody, it's about somebody else's life or something else over there. And I'm just like, that would be nice if this. And then it happens like sometimes, yeah, instantly or very soon after the person is saying those words, yeah, the person is saying those words right after, or like a day later, I forgot about it even. Sometimes I forgot about it even, but you don't forget about it when it happens, because then you remember, like, that is what I said. That's what I said. And then, of course, when you start doing that, also, you start having other people around you that start saying that too, or you know you can bring other people in, or tell some people around you, a friend or whatever, to try it out, or get some other people on board. Like, that's how we change it, not discussing facts and figures or convincing anybody anything. Like, even if somebody if somebody cannot see that things are wrong, like that it's not harmonious, not inclusive, it's not a good vibe, it's weird, then what are you going to say to them? If somebody thinks that this is right and this is the way to go, like, okay, that's not part of my circle, my consciousness. I'm going to uplift them in my mind. I'm not judging them. Again, we don't judge. You just uplift them in your mind. And also I do go to my story and I think, like, what is my story? What is my story about people? Yeah, people aren't that smart, or they're very, very conditioned. And so then I think about it, what do I want to say instead? Or what would I like? What is my desire? Because I'm seeing that, what is my desire? You know, I'm so grateful that everybody is waking up to their power, that everybody knows that they're creating their experience and they're allowed to have whatever experience they want to have. And it is my greatest desire that they make it harmonious for themselves. And then, therefore, that will make it harmonious for everyone. So, or that we're coming from a loving place, that everyone is, no matter what, is doing things from love, because anything you do from love is going to turn out okay, no matter what it is. But in integrity, like real love, not some weird stuff that we're doing here. Like, this is my sacrifice for someone. It could be, but what I'm saying is those people are not that conscious. So it's, again, it's a weird vibe. It's a weird vibe. It's not clean, clear, like, in harmony. It's done in a weird way. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how I got on that part, um, but yeah, just remembering that you can make it really extra, like, but just because, like, we're gonna be like saying, oh, I'm gonna manifest something out of thin air. It's funny stories. Those ones are really funny stories. Like, I just um like, some people, it's happened to me before too, like, things show up in a different place than they were, or um like, something happened here before. I don't even remember when this was, but something fell off the bottom of the counter, or the bottom of the cupboards here. There was like a toilet, whatever. No, not toilet paper. It's a paper towel roll on the that would be funny, on the bottom of the cupboard. And it fell off. And the screws were like small screws or whatever. And I only found one. I couldn't I couldn't find the other screw anywhere. And so I was like, oh well, it'll show up. I was just like, I wasn't trying to manifest something out of thin air or anything. I was just like, it will show up. And then not very long later, my daughter's upstairs and I hear her say something, I don't know. And then she called down to me and I was like, what? And she's like, just a minute. And I don't remember if she came down or if I went up or whatever, but there was a screw in the middle of her floor. Like, yeah, like a small screw, the same that I was looking for from the thing that fell out. And I was like, that is so weird. And she's like, I don't know where it came from. Like nothing in my room fell or broke or whatever in the middle of her, hardwood floor that you can see things on. So yeah, stuff like that, like and then people say, well, what's the big deal about that? Like, what does that do for you? But what I'm saying is it opens your mind. It makes you say like, maybe I don't know, or maybe more things are possible. Hello, hint, hint. More things are possible than I am thinking because I've been falsely believing in my limitation my entire life and maybe lifetimes. I don't know. Maybe centuries, maybe thousands of years. I don't know that part, but I'm saying a bit of limitation, a lot of limitation, and we need to get into the limitless. And so that will also free us from this theater, this back and forth thing, this weird, weird thing that's going on, you know? And I think it's going to get a little weirder. Yeah. But whoever that is for is taking care of it. It's taken care of. Just that's all taken care of. And we're here living our best life, creating and, having fun. That's what I came for. I didn't sign up for any of that crap. I mean, to witness it, to not react, to learn and all of that stuff, yes, for sure. That's good. It's helped a lot to get clearer, to get more centered, to get more calm, to be willing to upgrade my models of understanding, to tune into states of being, my state of being, what is wanted. And then from there, like I've been saying, once you decide and you get in the state of being, then you are led to, drawn to, or it's drawn to you, whatever, a harmonious way of living or a harmonious way of like things that are for you, like belief systems, or like I'm saying, am I willing to upgrade my model of understanding? Well, I really have, and I'm really feel way more calm and appreciative and in harmony with my model of understanding now. And I'm still open for more. I'm still open for more love. I'm still open for more harmony, for more beauty, for more bliss, for more truth, instead of just like staying fixed to some old model that is not the truth and doesn't work. It doesn't even make any sense. So that's what I'm saying. That if, this has helped a lot also to see, to get the space to be like, what feels better? That's it. What feels better for me? And if it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. That's just our programming. And it doesn't mean that just because you're choosing something else, it's always going to be just easy and roses and sunshine. I mean, I suggest we keep on feeling into that, or, it's always easy when I'm aligned with the truth. That doesn't mean it doesn't come without discipline, but that's it. It's really not, to me, what's the choice? What is the choice? You're going to go into the chaos stuff or the forgetfulness or it doesn't feel good at all. So I'm suggesting, like I've said, walk in this state of wonder, of gratitude, of love, of peace, of calm, of knowingness. Again, if you knew that you could not fail, or if you knew that everything was always working out even better than you imagined, if you could program those beliefs within you, how would you walk? How would you be? Are we able to let go of the habit of being worried, or the habit of looking for the worst case, or the habit of being prepared for something bad to happen? Can we let go of that habit and see if you can? I know it's a good practice. Okay, let's breathe a little bit so that we can soothe ourselves just a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Um, stretch. Let's stretch a little bit. Inhale into your chest and hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more. A little bit more. Fill it up with bliss more. Should feel good. Stretch it more. One more. One more. Now hold. Now pull root lock. Squeeze it up. Activate yourself like you mean it. Light into your brain. And exhale, gracefully release, relax, dissolve, expand in all directions. Inhale all of that energy into your heart, into your chest. Expand your lungs in all directions. More life, more light, more bliss, more truth, more freedom, more love, more love, more love. And hold it. Now squeeze root lock, pull it up tight, up the spine, into the brain, activating yourself. And exhale, gracefully release, soften, dissolve. Inhale deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more. Your capacity for more love, more bliss, more truth, more freedom, more love, more love, more love. One more. Hold it. Relax your shoulders, lock it up, pull it up, squeeze it, hold, squeeze. And exhale gracefully. Close your eyes, dissolve, relax, expand. Breathe easy. Just take easy breaths. Good. Bringing all your fingertips together. Tattva mudra. Remember, like plugging yourself into yourself. Again, these are good to remember as well for little things throughout the day, or if you're feeling a little frazzled, or if you watched a little bit too much other stuff or heard too many people talking, again, just reminding yourself, why am I including this in my consciousness? Why am I, what is this? What is this fulfilling what have I been doing in my consciousness, in my imagination, in my inner world, that this is what I'm coming across? Just cut that off, plug into yourself, a little bit of pressure on your fingertips. Just remind yourself, and we're going to do Sitali, very soothing, processing emotions, helping the liver, cooling the body, cooling any weird tension or emotions or whatever. You can also use a sippy mouth. If you can't curl your tongue, that's okay. Just put your tongue near your bottom teeth and feel the cool air going over it. You're going to inhale slowly, and you're going to hold for a second or two or whatever feels good. And then you exhale through the nose. Inhaling mouth, exhale nose. And we'll use calm heart. Inhale through the mouth. Pull the tongue, swallow. Exhale. Inhale, nose. Hold it. And exhale, hold it out for a moment. Inhale, reach. Inhale more. Shake it. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Sitting quietly. Just feel yourself expanding in all directions. Feel yourself more light, more energy, less matter. In harmony, aligned with that infinite love, unconditional love. Loving yourself so much because you know who you are. I'm going to do the nervous system, sucking the tongue up. Stretch that ligament, look to the tip of your nose. Pick it off. Swallow saliva, stick out the tongue. Tuck your chin, look at the third eye. Come back to the center, fingertips together, plug your nose, looking up, inhale. Pop the cheeks, tip the chin, pinkies to the sternum. And center, exhale. Thumbs inside, looking up, one time reset all the senses. Looking over the left shoulder, relax your face, open focus, relax your gaze, looking far, far away into the infinite horizon. Coming through center to the right, same thing, look far, far away. Easy breath. Coming to the center, looking up into the infinite blue sky. Relax, feel the peace, feel your faith. Coming through the center, tuck your chin, drink the light in through the nape of your neck. Light up your brain. Left ear over the left shoulder, inhaling. Coming gently around. Exhale down through the right. And inhaling to the right. Take your time opening all the channels, the ease and the flow and the flexibility from the main computer, the big computer, to the little computer, from the infinite mind, the big mind to the small mind, keeping all of that flowing. One more time, back to the left. And coming back to center, bring your hands on your heart, just tuning into your heart. Breathe for a moment at your heart center. See and feel that golden light through your whole being. Feel yourself refreshed, renewed, tuned into that pattern of perfection, infinite love. Who am I? Remember. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Bring your hands to prayer. Just tuning into your state of being, to that radiance, to that light, that perfect pattern of wealth, health, abundance, ease, joy, freedom. Feeling how satisfying it is to know who you are, that everything is always working out even better than you imagined, that all life everywhere is loving and supporting you because you love and support all life. Inhale to begin. Love before me, love behind me, love at my left, love at my right, love above me, love below me, love in me, love in my surroundings, love to all, love to the universe. Inhale. Peace before me, peace behind me, peace at my left, peace at my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace in me, peace in my surroundings, peace to all, peace to the universe. Inhale. Light before me, light behind me, light at my left, light at my right, light above me, light below me, light in me, light in my surroundings, light to all, light to the universe. Inhale. Oh. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody.